Well, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Fish versus JadeDark. This taken from SCILL Play WarCraft 3 Reforged Silver Open Cup 2. If you don't know a lot about this tournament, well, neither do I. Go ahead and check it out on the Wikipedia pages, or the Liquipedia pages, to find out more information during 2020, the year of COVID, and, well, the year of WarCraft 3 resurgence, as players go back to classic tried and true real-time strategy games that take a little bit more micro and not all about massing. But nothing can be done if they lose epic games. Entertainment goes first. Yeah. I try, a lot of the games, or most of the games that I'm casting are screened first by metaphysics. You guys probably know that already. And, the priorities and what we really want to see in a good game is unorthodox strategies and often lead changes. Something where one player does something, gets a little bit of an advantage, and then it switches back and forth. You want that drama. Drama in a game is really what makes a game good. If you're watching a soccer or football game and the score is 3-0 at the half, well, it almost feels like you can turn off the game, right? Like the chance of unless it's a major meltdown, you kind of just know that one player is just going to ride the clock to victory, or one team is just going to ride the clock to victory, and that's not what you want to see. You want to see good passes, good plays, and those amazing comebacks. And as rare as they are, you want to see close plays and plays that make a difference. Best Champions League final of all time was 3. And didn't really. All right. See, and that's what you want to see, an epic comeback, right? And that's the difference between a game with a clock and a game without. In WarCraft 3, it doesn't have a clock. There isn't a definitive end. And because of that, you need to close things out in the game. Similar to why baseball in America is, well, so well received. It is the only major sport that doesn't play on a clock. Every team has the same number of outs, and it comes down to executing at the right time. We're looking, I can talk about game theory all game long, but let's go ahead and move things on over. Fish doing a quick clear of this creep camp here, getting Claws of Attack +9. Wow, a lot of ended in... I thought I watched quota on YouTube, but no, you're watching me live. Thank you for tuning in. Always so much fun to be able to interact. There is a scout farm by Fish, 2 scout farms by Fish all across the map here, keeping track of all of this information. And this is something that normally normally works out well, mainly against Night Elf players as of late, as there has been a major shift into piercing damage. The more piercing damage you have, the higher likely that you are going to end up being able to keep these scout farms in position. Oh! I thought for a split moment that the lightning shield was perhaps going to finish off that creep right there, denying a little bit of a key experience from this creep camp. Meanwhile, both sides going after their respective ends of the map here. Fish clearing out the complete west side, while JadeDark trying to clear out the east side here. And JadeDark also gonna continue to grow that army pretty efficiently. You can see JadeDark getting more and more skeletal minions, and that skeletal minion army, once he gets to level 3, can get very scary very fast. Alright, skeletal minions are absorbing a fair amount of damage here. One more skeletal minion is up, but it is currently in the snare. Gonna finally grab a little bit of that aggro. Claws of Attack +6, now going after that Forest Troll Trapper, as the Archmage showing up to the party to try and rain on this parade. A little bit of damage. Oh, Abolish Magic, level 3 on the Dark Ranger. Dark Ranger most likely going for level 2, a Black Arrow, as the skeletal minions are just going to be getting bigger and bigger. Forest Troll, Shadow Priest, hides off to the south here. Archmage does not find it. Fish unable to keep track of that Archmage, or of this Forest Troll Shadow Priest, as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest ran off down to hide. Is the Archmage gonna, a Fish gonna know to look down here? It is not. As what is JadeDark doing? Just continuing his plan of trying to creep out very quickly. We are looking at a number of larger of dark minions here, and these dark minions can give a lot of experience if there is Abolish Magic, but is there going to be enough Abolish Magic is the question, leaving behind a Tome of Strength +2. All right, Militia now making their way down here. Not quite sure why they are already making their way. This seems a little bit preemptive, as the Archmage is going to be backing up, but the Archmage now with also double claws of attack, +9 and +15, as a Forest Troll Shadow Priest runs across the map only to get caught. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. Definitely want to try to get back into that 20, around that 25 range right there. Does help a lot to pay the bills, as the Archmage going to go at, or, well, it looks as though the Arcane Tower is just going to be the one to deal a lot of that damage there. All right, we are looking at a pure Tavern Hero duo coming in from the Night Elf army with the Panda as that second, as the Archmage going to go ahead and wake up the creeps, not realizing that there is a very large army coming in from JadeDark with skeletal minions, the level 2 variety, now making their way inside here. All right, is this going to be enough? Double water elementals coming back across the side here. Dark Ranger trying to purposely stay back here. Forest Troll Shadow Priest could try and abolish magic much of those units, and a lot that Arcane Tower is just eating through and dealing so much damage. Panda going to come in from the back now, and how much damage can be done here? Breath of Fire, and, well, this army is rather wide. Finally, Breath of Fire animation is working, as you see that Archmage took a little bit of damage there. Water Elemental down to, well, going to be down to dead here in just a moment. One more shot. There it goes. Gets taken out, as the skeletal minions are just getting feedbacked into oblivion. All right, Dark Ranger starting to run low on mana. Are we going to see the Arcane Tower get taken down? Panda going to try and perhaps get a Breath of Fire across here. Militia now joining in on the fight, and the Militia have to be careful. They could accidentally feed the Dark Ranger, as you're going to see right here, as those, well, minions going to turn back out and then flip all of a sudden, flip allegiance. 15 to 17 damage. Damage is rather high. Forest Troll Shadow Priest taking even more damage there. Finally falls. One Dark Minion going to get taken down. Dark Ranger still low on mana. Perhaps going after the Footman would work out as well. One more shot. There's level 4 on the Dark Ranger. Every bit of mana on that Dark Ranger counts a lot right now, as we're going to see another one get taken down there, and, well, still going after those units. Footman gets taken down, and a Dark Minion takes its place, and this is just going to start to grow exponentially, as there's not enough Footmen to fight back against all of these units. Where's the Dark Ranger? Dark Ranger's back across over here using those black arrows on a water elemental. That's the last thing you want to do, as the, well, archers and the remaining units trying to finish off this Arcane Tower here. All right, finishing off another Footman. There goes another one, as the Dark Ranger once again switches back over to the Water Elemental, wasting all of that precious mana. Panda back across here trying to finish off this Arcane Tower. Does not look like it's going to work, as Fish goes ahead to hire up some more mercenary units. All right, level 2 now on the Panda. Dark Ranger now in a little bit of trouble, getting slowed and net trailed back once again, as the Panda needs to retreat back once more. We're looking at one Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Is going to get taken down. Yes, no Black Arrow. Dark Spawn there, as we are still seeing a good number of skeletal minions back off to the north, as they are now looking to, well, try and put pressure on Fish's expansion. All right, it looked like there was an expansion across over here, but that was quickly canceled, as well as we're going to be seeing that one Arcane Tower getting taken out. Still, so many Dark Minions here, no dual Arcane Towers, and that is a major loss, as the feedback, well, doesn't know whether to hit the Pandas or the Dark Rangers. Dark Ranger low on mana still. Perhaps a Sobi Mask would have rounded out all of the nice abilities here, as the Dark Ranger, well, still trying to dance away here. Talisman of Evasion keeping that Dark Ranger around much longer. Is he going to try and micro that last shot off, get the shot off there? Yes, it does. Get another skeletal minion once again up and running, and this is a little bit of a running gun strategy by JadeDark, trying to keep, trying to save that mana for that last shot there. Oh, double Forest Troll Berserkers, low hit point, Forest Troll Berserker trying to push back once again. Panda going to be in a little bit of trouble, as this long drawn out fight looks like, well, it finally ends. Once again, this has been one of those strange games. The fight lasted a very long time, and, well, what really comes of it, Fish does have a larger army still. He does not have the necessary tech, but he is in a position to hire up more units from the mercenary camp. That is a little bit more expensive, as, well, the Forest Troll Berserkers are great early on, but you'd rather build the Blacksmith and then have every subsequent Rifleman be a little bit more effective, as the Archmage, well, on a run again. That plus 15 damage on the Archmage. What Scroll or Potion of Rejuvenation, also very helpful, as we're looking at the Panda in that middle position here. Panda is going to be sitting at level 2, getting it to level 3. Staff of Teleportation. Archmage going to show up to the party, and there goes some Dryads. Abolish Magic coming across. Breath of Fire coming in. as the Dryad is now backing away. Dark Ranger has plenty of mana. Scroll, or it looked like a Scroll of Healing was used right there, as the Dryads are now trying to create some separation between themselves and those footmen. All right, Dark Ranger could be doing a lot of work as well, trying to get up those minions. Rejuvenation onto a Dryad, as the Dryad now trying to pull back as well. Dark Ranger going to be able to get in some more skeletal minions back in position as well, as the Panda gets up to level 3. Dryad does end up falling as the units are still chasing low hit point Druid of the Claw, since he is not in mastery form. There goes another Dark minion coming back out of the ground. Tome of Strength gonna get picked. Nope. It looks as though JadeDark does not care about Tomes of Strength, leaving behind 2 Tomes of Strength so far in this game. All right, Force Troll Trapper going to get taken down. Dark Ranger does not need that, well, doesn't want that extra additional strength, as a Dark Ranger gets to level 5 on the dot. All right, that is going to be huge, as it is going to be level 3 Dark Minions. Now, those level 3 Dark Minions essentially a Footman, deals more damage than a Footman. Deals more damage than a Footman and has only slightly less hit points than a Footman. That is going to be a very big deal right there. 15 to 17 damage compared to, is the Greater Dark Minion still the same? Okay, Greater Dark 16 to 19 damage. All right, as the units are now trying to rush on in here. And this is one of those strategies, because it is human and militia are part of that natural defense, that this strategy works out so well. Panda units are all trying to back away. Thank you for the follow, as we're looking at the Mountain King trying to join in on the fight here. Is the Mountain King going to be able to do enough, as the Dark Minion does not get the final shot off there. There's Roar. Bears now joining in on the battlefield. This is going to be major damage, as the Dark Ranger may try to push on through. And, well, Fish is staying inside his base, trying to, well, batten down the hatches, so to speak, and, well, do damage any way he can. All right. All right, so far, back down off to the south here, we see dual guard towers here. We are looking at Dryads, but now transitioning into Bears. No expansion. The army of JadeDark is going to be slightly larger, since there is less workers. As well, there is no mortar teams and no way to put pressure onto these human bases. This is the downside here, as a Tree of Life is trying to be built. It may not get up and running in time. A new Druid of the Claw joins in on the fight there. There's a Breath of Fire removing some of that mana, as the Dark Ranger going to go after and carefully perhaps finish off some of those peasants as well. Mountain King now makes his way over. Are we going to see a Thunderclap, as the, well, Staff of Teleportation coming in? Archmage joins in on the fight. There is another Roar as well. More damage coming across, and JadeDark is just making sure to make good use of these black arrows whenever he can. Damage still coming back across here. Mountain King could be in a little bit of trouble. I don't see any transition into Spellbreakers, but the Brewmaster does not have that much mana as of yet. Are we going to perhaps see a Drunken Haze? No. Breath of Fire damage going to be coming back across again. Dryad still pushing in damage once more, as the Druid of the Claw down to 550 hit points. Do we have a Staff of Preservation? I do not see one at all, as the Druid of the Claw now trying to retreat back does have... is going to get taken down. Yes, at the last possible second. Rejuvenation not going to be in time. If that Scroll of Town Portal popped off early, you could bet that there would be a scroll of, a transformation back and then into a rejuvenation. That bear would have been alive and well. All right, coming back across, Breath of Fire coming back in again. 13 supply again. 13 supply once more. Archmages sitting at 5. Mountain King still sitting at level 1, which means that he hasn't been getting any experience, really. The Arcane Towers really getting in much of that experience overall. Coming back down to the south here, Dryads, full hit point Bear, but no easy way to get hit points back onto some of those other units, as Night Elf without... Moonwells generally has a little bit of problems. All right, a new Tree of Life being rebuilt once more. It is going to be walked on over. Druid of the Claw now making its way back down to the south. And during this time, Fish now going to go ahead and do a little bit of creeping. But the Archmage, well, stealing a little bit of that precious experience from that Mountain King, as the Mountain King finally gets Boots of Speed and will be getting to level 2. All right. All right, at least like 2k mana, at least burnt. No, I actually think that JadeDark has been doing a fairly good job of keeping track of that mana. Are we gonna no easy way to stun there? No silence coming in from the Dark Ranger. No silence coming in from the Dark Ranger to stop that ability. Meanwhile, Panda now going to be coming back across. Actually, wait a second. I know silence stops channeled abilities. Does it stop Staff of Teleportation? I know stuns stop Staff of Teleportation. Thank you for the follow once more. All right. We're looking at the units making their way back off to the north here. Dark Ranger going to be heading on in, and in comes a little bit of pressure onto that Altar of Kings. We're looking at 68 supply compared to 50 over 70. Fish is holding steady and may be able to come out ahead here. Mountain King with the big thunderclap right in the center as the Riflemen are going to be able to push through again. There's that, Breath of Fire, Drunken Haze, as the Brewmaster is in a little bit of trouble. Could get Stormbolt. It gets up to level 4 here. Are we going to see another Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire? There's a Potion of Healing. As well, that Panda has just absorbed so much damage. Another Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across all of these units would be a big deal. There's that Breath of Fire, and you can see that the Riflemen now need to retreat back as the Archmage is now trying to retreat as well. Abolish Magic onto that Water Elemental. Druids of the Claw perhaps going to try and, well, get some rejuvenations off again as the Archmage is getting, well, slowed up by their own units. Down to 175 hit points. Fish able to escape with a very low hit point Archmage, and that is key. Dryads now coming in with a little bit of poke damage as well. Slow poison plus those spears. We could see a little bit lost once more as an Ogre Mauler trying to take down that entangling gold mine. All right, more damage coming back across here. Priest going to try and heal back up, and the army of fish is relatively weak. Are we going to see a drunken or a Breath of Fire? Have to be careful. Arcane Tower going to feed that all back, and now able to back up once again. Staff of Teleportation Archmage going to be able to join in here. Are we going to see, yes, double scrolls of healing, and that is going to keep the army alive and well, at least for a little while longer, as we're looking at no scroll of regeneration though to use at this point in time. All right, JadeDark is here. There is a lone Druid of the Claw going after this one unit. The Dryads are going to be in position. This is going to get, well, pretty much shut down. 68 supply compared to 65. JadeDark is in a great spot as we now see Dark Ranger with possession. All right, Dark Ranger with possession, leaving behind Tomes of Strength. Maybe that's the key, leaving behind Tomes of Strength and still somehow getting your hero to level 6. This is a hard game to play. Don't be like these. Yeah, level 6 Dark Ranger is a game changer. A lot of the pressure, if that was the main strategy, to try and get the Dark Ranger to level 6 while pushing on peasants, even though you're getting feedback, that could be, well, oh yeah, charm, I mean, yes. All right, Charm is actually better than Possession. Bears are all in position here. No easy healing. We're going to look Mountain King. There's a silence. It runs on in and then says, I'm going to try and Thunderclap. Not able to do so. Druid of the Claw not Staff of Preservation out for some strange reason as the fight's still going on through. No Charm onto that Spellbreaker as the Stormbolt gets comes down across as well. More damage coming back on through. Silence across all of the units in the back again. Water Elementals getting, abolished down to nothing as the Mountain King could be in trouble. Gets in a Scroll of Healing but may not be enough. There's another silence, and the Mountain King down to 78 hit points stays alive a lot because of, well, Ring of Regeneration. All right, Dark Ranger still trying to finish and go after that Mountain King. Mountain King running and hiding in the very far back. Dark Ranger overcommitting in this fight here. Going to lose a couple of Dryads, maybe a couple of Bears as well. That Bear down to dead. And wow, it was the overcommitment of JadeDark in that scenario to try and take down the Mountain King, which set him up so poorly. All right, did he charm? He charmed a priest. Was that on cooldown? I don't see charm on cooldown. And it died. All right. Yeah, taking a Spellbreaker would have been the better call. By far, we're now seeing JadeDark transition smoothly into Mountain Giants. Mountain Giants, wow, how many tomes is JadeDark going to leave behind? A Tome of Agility, a Tome of Strength, a Tome of Strength +2, all of those things. Yes, you can charm Spellbreakers. Ultimate abilities generally work on spell immune units, so you can transmute Spellbreakers. You can transmute. A single target. You can transmute Dryads. You can charm Spellbreakers. You can charm Dryads. You can even charm Mountain Giants. Right, that'd be an even bigger target. So this means JadeDark is pro. Right, reading this for nerds. All right, reading this for nerds who have wooden self-constructed DIY rubber band guns. All right, Archmage going to come back across here. Still has those dual claws of attack as the pressure is now getting added in. As Rifleman, major Rifleman army trying to... There is a Thunderclap. Is the Panda going to be able to get off a big Drunken Haze Breath of Fire? Yes, it is. Damage going to add back up. Staff of Preservation on the Druid of the Claw. Not in... Oh, nope, just in time. able to escape, and there is a charm right there. Rifleman turning back around. That charm only has a 60-second cooldown or 45-second cooldown. Panda could be in trouble. There is anti-magic potion could be used here. Is it going to be used? No, it is not. It could have been used and would have saved it from that thunderclap. All right, damage still adding back up. 65 supply compared to 55, and JadeDark is in a little bit of trouble. Stormbolt onto the Dark Ranger. Mass teleport as the Archmage does not want to stick around and gets back home. Looking at 20 minutes into this game, 62 supply compared to 52. Well, JadeDark has 1,200 gold that he's sitting on. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follows and subs today. Definitely does help me out. We're going to get some, Staff of Teleportations in. The Dark Ranger going to perhaps try to win this game on the back of... possession. If he chooses the timing perfectly, just constantly possessing units, it could work out well. Ancient of War is in position, 60 supply compared to 62. This is incredibly close. Mountain King is running around the map right now, currently invisible, and this could be a very big deal. Dark Ranger with that Clarity Potion trying to line up that next possession right there. Panda sitting at level 4, and Stormbolt onto that Brewmaster. Was that worth it to break possession? I really don't know, as we're going to look at them trying to fight and engage here. All right, anti-magic potion, is it going to be used? It should be used. It should have been used early. Panda getting, once again, going back out. There's that charm spellbreaker, that we were mentioning early, fighting their ways through. Dark Rangers, 59 supply compared to 63. Dark getting a big lead with that possession right there. A 3 supply swing as the Mountain Giants are now trying to fight back once more. Dryads going after some of those other units. Dryads now low on mana, and this is a weird situation to be in as the Mountain Giants, Panda coming back in from the north here. Are they going to be able to Drunken Haze Breath of Fire? No, Drunken Haze across multiple units, causing a lot of missing. Dark Ranger gets a level up just in time as it is trying to back away. Staff of Preservation saves Panda, now sitting at level 5. That anti-magic potion has been sitting on that Panda for so long, and so many Stormbolts and Thunderclaps that he could have avoided as we're looking at Breath of Fire still going down. All right, 45 supply compared to 65. JadeDark looking to get the game, and he does so. And he does so right there. All right, he isn't dispelling the elementals because the elementals didn't have mana. Right, yes, they didn't have mana. All right, so in the end, you're like, why didn't the Dryads have mana? The Dryads didn't have mana because the Panda and the Dark Ranger always had mana, right? And that's what you wanted. You wanted the Panda to be able to get the Breath of Fire and the Breath of Fire and the Drunken Haze off on those riflemen who were actually clumped up together, thereby reducing the amount of damage. Dryads didn't have mana since they weren't drinking from Moonwells, mainly getting healed by those Druids of the Claw. A couple of well-timed stabs of preservation, and really gave the game back to JadeDark as it denied a lot of experience over to that Mountain King. I do wish JadeDark used that anti-magic potion. I mean, he bought the item. We saw the Mountain King the Mountain King kill the Panda to Thunderclaps, Stormbolts, things of that nature, all of those things as well. Charmed unit increases player population. Yes, it does. So at the start of that fight, I think it was like 59 supply, JadeDark to 62 fish. Right at the start, JadeDark possessed the Spellbreaker. He went up to 62. Fish obviously went down to 59, and that is a 6 supply swing, right? You go up 3, your opponent goes down 3 at the start of that very battle, and then what really was strange though was that Fish in those games, he was trying to push, he was trying to time his tactics, but the slow cooldown on Charm, and I'm going to use Charm and Possession probably interchangeably on accident. Charm, that's what was causing the problem. He mass teleports out to try and regroup. It also gives enough time for JadeDark's Charm to reset as well. As soon as that happened 2, 3, 4 times where you just constantly saw some possessions. I think there was a total of 3 possessions. I think I missed 1 that switched the game. So yeah, the ultimate ability right there. And it's one of those things where if your opponent's Charm is always on cooldown, then you generally lose the game, right? It's the opposite for ultimate abilities like Metamorphosis on the Demon Hunter. If you do not have to fight when the Demon Hunter is in Metamorphosis, don't fight. You wait for it to come to an end. There's a 2-minute window, 2.5-minute window where you can engage against your opponent, where the ultimate ability doesn't come. Put pressure right then and there, and then when he uses the ultimate again at that moment to try and push back your attack, you Scroll of Town portal out. His Metamorphosis has no real effect again, and then you time your next attack so that you can push him in again. There's no higher tax than high tax. Same with Possession. Yep. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.